when you learn to take people for who they are and who they're showing you, you begin to realize that the version of them that you saw, you were creating and projecting onto who they actually are. Maybe that version you saw is what you would do and how you would act in that situation. Or maybe it's even the ideal person that you would desire. It's the ideal actions you wish that this person would take. But they won't. They're not that person. You aren't that person. You can't control their actions. You can't mold them to be someone that they're not. And you need to stop living in this magical daydream where you believe that you're some incredible being that can fundamentally change someone, which if you really think about it, doesn't make any sense. Why would you try to massively change someone's entire personality and who they are and how they operate in this world, rather than just finding someone who fits what you're looking for, or finding someone who's as close to that fit of what you're looking for, instead of trying to fix up somebody and trying to fairy godmother your way into the perfect individual. You need to stop entertaining and believing in bums, frankly. Find peace, please. Stop trying to change these people. It's just, I don't think it's going to work for you. It's not working for you. You know exactly the situation that you're in. Find peace, please. Did you agree to be their parent, or did you agree to be their partner? Really think on that. What did you come into this wanting it to be? Anyone who is in a relationship that they care about and want to maintain will do what they have to do to keep maintaining and building that relationship. It's not just, oh, I'm so busy, I don't have the time, like, you don't understand. When people want something, they will go for that. I need you to remember how you act when you have a huge crush, or maybe an infatuation, or when you really like someone. You're willing to excuse and do whatever it takes to continue having conversation with them, to maybe meet them. Think about the smaller things, like making sure your schedule is aligned and making sure you leave class at a specific time to see your crush walk in the hallway. If you're willing to do that for someone you don't even have a defined relationship with just because you like them, then you have to think about what would someone in a relationship already that they love and want to build and maintain be willing to do, within, of course, a healthy margin. You should never be giving up all of yourself and giving up all of your personality and everything that makes you you just for the sake of a relationship. That's another form of toxic relationships that people can be in. But really start to think about, what would this person do if they actually wanted to keep this relationship going, and why am I doing all of it for them? Question for you: when you run back to them, don't you realize that they're okay with not talking to you? When it takes days upon weeks, perhaps even months, if some of you are that desperate, and you double text or text them back when they had left you undelivered or read, begging for their attention, how do you think they react in that moment? They're like, oh my God, thank goodness she texted me. No, they either take a look, screenshot it, send to the group chat. Look at how desperate they are. Like, I don't even remember who this is. We haven't spoken since like the last month, and they came running right back to me like, I don't know, man, maybe I'm just really good. Like, I must be such a catch. Or maybe they don't even go that far. Maybe they open that up, roll their eyes, sigh. They're like, damn, this person again? They send something quick, an uninterested reply. Maybe like, yeah, yup, haha, that's crazy. Sound familiar to you? Does that sound familiar to you? And you eat it up. You love it. You're like, oh my God, he responded. Like, let me make sure I respond in 12 minutes since he responded in 10. Oh, please stand up. It's truly and utterly never that serious. One thing about me, if I say it's a wrap, if I say, yeah, I don't see anything worthwhile in this continuing, baby, that's it. That was me giving you at that, by the time I sent that, I was already finished. That wasn't, okay, now I'm gonna like recover and try to move on from this. Once I sent that, I was over it. I was already over it. I'm not, a double text ain't even gonna save nothing. I'm just be like, well, that's crazy. Gee willikers, don't know what we can do besides this. That's where I'm gonna end this. And you need to adopt some form of that mentality. Running back to someone and they didn't even treat you, he's not even rich. Please, like, you know, you don't have to use, what do they call them? You don't have to use superficial traits like he's not even rich, but still, does he know your birthday? What's your favorite color? Do you have siblings? Where are you from? Where do you go to school? Work even. Does he know any of that? He doesn't care. He doesn't care about you. Pack it up. You're there texting the group chat. Oh my God, he texted me back. The last time he texted you was 3 days ago. No one can ever truly be that busy to even say a hey, you know, just wanted to let you know, may not be able to respond as much, but I'm thinking of you. You're here with me in my heart. Just know as soon as I get the chance or as soon as I have the opportunities throughout the day, I will properly look through these and respond. Come correct or don't come at all. If you want to talk to me, you'll want to talk to me. If you don't, it'll be easy to see that. And I personally, I don't know, y'all, maybe I've worked through my issues. I don't want to talk to somebody who doesn't want to talk to me. That doesn't get me going. That doesn't make me excited for conversation. If I'm engaging with you and you clearly want to engage back in me, you're responding quickly, you're responding to every message, something along those lines, oh, we're locked in. Locked in, I fear. Whether it's platonic or not. Yeah, you're giving me material, giving me something to work with. I can work with that. Like, truly, truly think about it. If your presence was missed, if they missed talking to you, interacting with you to any extent, and I'm not talking about some 12, 1, 2, 3 a.m. booty call, I miss you. What? You're missing sleep. Go catch some Z's and get off my phone. Are you crazy? Like, you would be talking, you would be together, you wouldn't be in this period of not complete lack of engagement as soon as you aren't the first one to send the text. I feel like that should be basic human understanding, but when you're in the midst of it, when you're there and you're praying, you're pleading, you're begging that they text you back, and minutes turn into hours and hours turn into days, and just maybe days turn into weeks, and you're like, maybe I'll text them first. You lowered your standards, and for what? Like, what did you lower it for? It's not even anything positively impacting your life. You lowered your standards to get pooped on. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. And I'm trying to think of these scenarios that people go through where, for example, someone tries to communicate how they feel perhaps about their partner or the person that they're talking to, not putting aside the time to talk to them, or always being busy and taking really, really long periods to respond, and then it turning into an argument because you tried to communicate, and then you apologized after you were the one who tried to communicate and the person turned it into an argument. Silly. Why are you so silly? You apologized and you were the one hurt. You let them victimize themselves in front of you. Sometimes it's okay to walk away. Sometimes it's okay to just turn your phone over. Because in no way or world am I going to come to you and try to actually talk to you about something and you're like, well, you don't understand what I'm going through. Like, you don't know what's happening in my life. Like, I'm really busy and a lot of people... Are you crazy? I didn't ask for all these excuses. I didn't ask for you to give me your whole sob story. I'm trying to communicate with you and you're trying to make yourself the victim. Please get out of my face. Go put some fries in the bag. Like, please wrap it up, because I'm looking for who asked. Who asked? All of a sudden you have this huge repertoire of excuses to give to me when I'm trying to communicate and maybe create a solution between us. Get out of my face. No. You're apologizing for someone who did not even give you the bare minimum. You haven't even received that. They have never felt sorry for the things that they've done to you. The leaving you on read, leaving you undelivered, the not engaging or talking to you for hours and days and weeks upon times. They don't care. They don't even feel sorry. So when you send them that whole, hey, like, it's been a week and we haven't talked, I feel so hurt and confused, because sometimes you don't have to be that vulnerable with a person. If they really do not care, like, what does it matter? Why send this whole paragraph? And then you hurt when they said something like, I ain't reading all that. Silly. I could have told you they wouldn't have read all that. Silly. Like, I don't What are you talking about? There were all the signs that they were not interested in you. Why did you think that, oh my God, she just sent me a paragraph? Like, maybe it's really serious. Put down the book, turn off the television. You are in real life. That is not gonna happen. Let's be serious. I know we have our delusions. We like to be delulu. Pack it up. At some point, the delusions have got to stop, my friend. You've got to wake up, splash cold water on your face, and be like, oh, that was not a good look for me. The ancestors looking down like, oh, she in the trenches. You're infatuated with someone who only exists in your head. Like, you don't really like them. You like the version of them that you make palatable to yourself so that you're not hurt. When they don't talk to you or they don't engage you, you make excuses for them in your head and picture maybe the initial version of them when you were like love bombed, or you think about someone that they aren't even. You read these messages and you try and, you know, scrape for little scraps of affection or something. You're over here analyzing text periods, commas, and colons to a degree that Oxford and literary geniuses could never. You're there scraping to say that the ball is actually a literary device used to show the metaphor of their life and society. That's what you look like when you're psychoanalyzing the 3 words that they sent you. And no, it wasn't even I love you. It was I am busy. Maybe if you got that, it was probably just I'm busy. Silly. Wake up, please. Like, take more than a step back. Go for a jog. Join a marathon, I think. You need to get far, far away and wake up, because the level of delusion you are in is enough to get you a prescription. Who said that? Oh, who said that? Wasn't me. And I don't say this all to just get on your case and pretend that I'm some perfect being that never makes mistakes or never feels the type of way about someone. I'm doing this because I just don't want you to embarrass yourself further. You were fine before them. And let me think. You'll eventually be fine after. Because they weren't that 20-year love story that will stay with you for life. Give it a year. Give it a year. And if you still feel some type of way about them, I don't know, go gain another hobby or something. At some point, the pain fades unless you're the type of person that keeps it beside you. I hope that makes sense because I'm not going to clarify. If no one else can love you the way that you need to be loved, do not hurt yourself by starting or engaging in an ill-fated relationship just to gain some semblance of that love that you desire. Give yourself that love. I'm not going to try and pretend that things like solo dating or things like the love from friends or families is going to heal you and protect you for life. For some people that is. For some people you really desire that romantic love as well. But do not ever get to a point where you're participating in things that you know are hurting you just because you get the teensiest little speck of love or affection back. Do better for yourself because you deserve better, and you should not be doing that to yourself. Do not ever get to a point where you're letting people or a person consume you. Don't ever let it get to that point. Delete their contact, block them, block their whole family line and ancestors if you need to. Ignore the dry messages. Go have fun, go be outside, go gain new experiences and things that you can add to your life story. And just live your life in their absence, because at the end of the day, you can do so much better. Not even talking about, oh, you can do better, you can find someone better. You can do so much than like wallowing in your bed over their message. You could be outside, you could be at the library, you could be reading a good book, you could be eating a good meal, you can be having a good drink, you can be feeling the sun on your skin, you could be at the amusement park doing something fun, you could be painting, you could be knitting, you could be crocheting. You could be creating and just adding so much life to this world. You know what it's like when you're wallowing in bed, wallowing at home, waiting for them to text you back, rereading their dry messages. That's death. You are actively harming, killing yourself by doing that. That is not living a life. That is living a death. That's not even living. That is actively dying, in my opinion. Like, the amount of that negative headspace that you're in those scenarios, that's not life. You reek of death, in fact. It's time to move on, and it's time to live your life the way it was meant to be lived. I cannot tell you how your life is supposed to be lived. It is entirely in your hands to pick it up and go figure out what it is. Go figure out what that looks like for you. Don't depend on me. Don't depend on someone else. Don't depend on the internet. There are some things that you just have to figure out for yourself. And so I hope you go and do that. I hope you don't continue to doom scroll. I hope you don't go on to the next 350 million mindset, health, wellness, lifestyle videos. I hope you try to actually apply some of what you've learned today. And if you haven't learned anything, hey, I never said that you were gonna learn that this was the fountain of wealth. But if you would like to learn more, and you would like to hear more of my sort of passive aggressive trying to get you to take the reins of your life style videos, hit the subscribe. Put it in the comments below. Have your eyes awakened? I'll see you in the next video. Don't let it happen again.